All right, so check it out. We got some brand new gameplay from the Saints Row reboot, which was just posted by GameInformer, and we're going to be doing a full-blown breakdown of the secrets that you are missing from this gameplay, because there's a lot more going on than the eye can actually see, especially with that mini-map, which alludes to a lot of the activities we'll be able to undertake when we actually explore this open world. And it seems like there's going to be a lot of stuff to do in this game, which I think is great news. But my initial reaction so far is it's looking really sharp, and at least it's running at a really solid frame rate. Now, it's not like the most absolute mind-blowing graphics, but what's here is actually really impressive, at least in my opinion. But yeah, hopefully that pans out to be true at release. This game's coming out early 2022. Hopefully no delays, you never know. But anyway, yes, GameInformer, this is exclusive from GameInformer. They're doing an entire month-long preview of Saints Row, GameInformer.com/Saints Row. Check out the link in the description below. But we're going to be getting a lot more gameplay here in the future, as confirmed by Alex Van Helsing, who says we've got loads of exclusive gameplay to show off over the next 2 weeks on YouTube, and they're going to be showing off entire missions here very soon, so be sure to check it out. But I've been celebrating by playing Saints Row the 3rd. There's going to be a remaster of this coming up here as well. But yeah, trying to get into my Saints Row groove. I'm hoping that this next one does turn out to be really good despite the controversy. We'll see. But let's dive into this one right now. Hey everyone, what's happening? Open World Games here. Hope you're doing good, and let's break down this brand new gameplay. I really do like what they're doing with the lighting engine at nighttime. I mean, this actually looks, again, really, really good in my opinion, despite just go beyond what's going on with the tone and the characters and things like that. The actual open world with the NPCs and some of the stuff going on here is looking pretty sharp. And hopefully, again, you know, we've been tricked before by these gaming companies. I'm crossing my fingers that this is all legit what we are seeing here, but only time will tell for sure. But just the draw distance alone is really impressive, and you've got a wide variety of stuff going on. Despite this being a desert landscape and taking place in the Southwest, I see a lot of color on screen, which I think is really good. When you think of desert, you think of brown, but there's a lot of greenery and stuff going on here. But yeah, we're going to pause this gameplay clip right here because, as you can see in the lower left, we got a lot going on here with the mini map. You see the purple icon. I believe, if I'm correct, it looks like a church to me. I don't know. It's purple. It's one of the purple icons in the center here. And that is alluding to the fact that that is going to be our headquarters, because it's going to be taking place, your headquarters is going to be at your abandoned church, which you will be able to upgrade over time. We do have some clothing shops that you'll be able to go to. They've bragged about having the most customization ever for the character creator and your characters ever in a Saints Row game, so that's cool. Then of course we have the gun shop. We have what appears to be some sort of event that's in red that looks like brass knuckles. I'm assuming this is for the Los Banderos, that faction, which is known to have the red color. So I'm thinking this is some sort of melee-centric event, perhaps. But what has me most curious are some of these other events that are in gold or yellow. And I think these might be your criminal ventures. So there's going to be 15 locations strewn across the entire map of St. Eliso. I was going to say Los Santos. St. Eliso here, and you are going to be wanting to take over these vacant lots with your own criminal ventures. They're going to be legit businesses that are acting as fronts for illegal activities, and there's going to be all sorts of stuff that you can actually do with this in the game. What I think is really cool about these criminal ventures is the fact that they have their own gameplay elements tied to those criminal ventures, whatever you decide to do. So you can run like a waste depot, have toxic waste chemicals in the middle of a Ritchie district if you wanted to do that sort of thing, and you'll have to protect your waste management company. But you can also run food trucks, that sort of thing. But in reality, what you're really doing is using the food truck service to get your drugs trafficked around the city. So you can see how it acts as like a front in a way, and you can build upon your empire in that way. But the most interesting stuff with the criminal ventures definitely comes with, we're going to switch over to my Saints Row the 3rd gameplay because I've been having fun with that one. But yeah, the most interesting thing about the criminal ventures is the fact that you will be able to use those fronts to upgrade your weapons, unlock new weapons, and even unlock things like hoverboards and maybe even wingsuits and things like that, and upgrade your character through expanding the city. So there's going to be like really good reasoning for you to want to actually explore this city, St. Eliso, and get into it and actually, you know, have fun with that. All right, now let's get back to this and see what's going on here. Of course, the purple car on the mini map, I think, is going to be your car, of course, that you can call in. But we also have what appears to be emergency services right here. That was one thing that was very lackluster from Cyberpunk, is you never saw any emergency services come in and like help people, despite the fact that we thought that was going to happen because of initial trailers. But it looks like this could be a thing that you will be seeing in the actual open world for Saints Row Reboot here. But man, nighttime for me, I can't wait to play this game at nighttime. It is beautiful. So the open world is going to be laid out into 11 different distinct districts. You're going to have stuff that mirror Las Vegas. You're going to have things that look more like downtown Phoenix, New Mexico. And then, of course, you're going to have on one side of the city a desert that's known as the Badlands. And on the other side of the city, you're going to have another desert region, which is going to be more colorful and upbeat, I guess you would say. But the Badlands is going to be the more depressing landscape, I guess you would say. And it's going to have I believe dust storms, dust bowls, that sort of thing. So each biome is going to have what appears to be its own tone and feel. I'm curious to see what they do with that, if they colorize the screen or if they have different weather conditions for the biomes and things like that. But to me, it sounds like they're alluding to that, but we will have to wait and find out. But yeah, you know, Game Informer, they've actually had the chance to go hands-on with this game, play a couple missions, play side activities. There are a bunch of side activities on the screen, of course, little tidbit missions that you can do very, very quickly. My worry is those things are going to be things where you're like kind of rolling your eyes like, I don't even want to do that. So I hope they have these super fleshed out side activities like Ghost of Tsushima. I'm going to keep saying it. I want to see more open world games embrace side missions like Ghost of Tsushima with actual storytelling and multi-part storytelling throughout the open world. I think that would be really, really cool. But you know what? It's time to get into the reactions from the community about this one. So let's dive into what people are saying about the newest gameplay from Game Informer. Let's check it out. So we have Shinobi out on Twitter who posted this. We're going to go on Reddit. We're going to go on YouTube, everywhere to see the input here. We have Garv who says, hot damn, this looks better than the old games. Mitten Face Lad says, I mean, one would hope so. It's been quite a few years since the last Saints Row, of course. Jake Warsaw says, this will probably be more fun than GTA 5. Rockstar games are technical marvels with movie caliber stories and acting, but the gameplay refuses freedom and commits you to following a yellow line or getting game over. Saints retains the chaotic freedom of early GTA games. You know, I hope you can like rob banks whenever you want to in this new Saints Row game. That's always been the problem with Rockstar games. I will never understand it, is the fact that Red Dead Redemption lacks the ability to go and do heists on your own terms. And the same thing with GTA. I'm not talking about GTA Online, by the way. I'm talking about the single player experience. But yes, I hope Saints Row taps into the single player more than anything else. Of course, it's going to have co-op. But anyway, we have Matt who says this, if this is even half as good as Saints Row 3, I'll be very happy. That game was phenomenal. I'm very excited for this one. Happy Gilmore says it looks like GTA, which I'm definitely okay with, though I hope they still have a bit of that Saints Row wackiness. They have confirmed that this game is going to be sitting between Saints Row 2 and 3 in terms of tone and feel when it comes to story, wackiness, all that sort of thing. But let's go to the actual YouTube video that Game Informer posted and see what people are saying under there and get an idea of how people are feeling about Saints Row right now. We have a ratio of 1,900 people upvoting the video and then 754 people downvoting the video. But you know, when you look at the CGI trailer, it's a lot more downvotes. As we see gameplay of the Saints Row Reboot, it gets more and more positive. I'm sure that Deep Silver and the Saints Row dev team want to see like a 95% positive rating, but considering what they're doing with the characters and the tone of the game, they're not getting that right now. But anyway, let's dive into the comments. We have Heinrich who says this: I like how St. Liso actually has some varied districts and is built around the like instead of being a copy-paste concrete jungle like Stillport was. Let's hope that's the case. We have yet to play it, but so far it's looking like it has a lot of personality, so that's a good news. Internet Mouse says, finally, I hope this is a teaser for that 10-minute uninterrupted gameplay. So a lot of people want to see uninterrupted gameplay at 10 minutes. Sai Alright says, are actually giving me hope now. The map looks lovely. Internet Mouse says, leather and lace is back. Nice. That's the one thing you picked up from the trailer there. But yeah, a lot of you probably are wondering about the gameplay. You know, Game Informer also stated that it's super smooth. That's really good news, that the gameplay feels really good so far on foot and with the car combat. There is going to be a car combat system in this game where you could ram people, actually climb onto the roof, I kid you not, and shoot from the roof. For some reason, I guess that provides you with even more stability when shooting at enemies from a car or on top of a car. But what's cool is it's like Just Cause, is you can pull your parachute or go straight into wingsuiting. So there's going to be some, I think, really epic stunts that you could do in this game for sure. Now back to the comments on this one. We have Honorary B Filling. He says, happy to see the city looks lived in, already looking better than 4, though I guess that doesn't say much. Still looks good. Simple Up says, the way she just jumped back to the jump in the dune buggy. Yeah, I love that. I honestly love how she jumps in the dune buggy, how these characters get around. How do you say this name? Zernakshire says, looks good. Need to see some more customization though, or hopefully they do another version of the inauguration station demo thing like they did with Saints Row 3 and 4. You know, I do hope there's a demo for this. We've been seeing some games really embracing demos, which is cool. You know, Outriders did that, so that's nice. But so far, you know, there's a lot of positivity with the actual gameplay. We have this one right here. So, opinions on the new gameplay video? Go on. And we have Edworm in7 says, I love it. I know people were expecting more action gameplay or showing off new systems or something, but for me, the open world is one of the best aspects of Saints Row 2 Stillwater, so getting to just see some of the environments in real time is actually really exciting. Big smiley face. So yeah, that for me, if they fell at the open world part of the game, that's just failing, you know. And there's been a lot of games that are absolutely beautiful with the open world. Mafia comes to mind, the Mafia franchise, Mafia 2 in particular, and there's nothing to do in the open world. This one looks like there's going to be a ton of stuff to do in this game at the very least. Now, I made a recent video about the Saints Row video. It was called New Info Blowout, new gameplay details, criminal ventures, and more. Let's see what you guys had to say. Craze3Jaw says, if hoeing isn't a side activity, I don't want it. Edit, my bad. A diversion. He wanted a full-blown side activity from it. Straight Edge Soldier says, I'm really interested to see how the story goes about building the Saints. I'm sad that there's no more Gap, Pierce, and Shandi, but I am looking forward to see how these new people become gangsters. Who knows, perhaps it won't be as good as Saints Row 2, but if it's entertaining and fun to play, then that's all that matters to me. Agree. Umbra says, character creation, combat, mission, and enemy variety is all I care about. Yeah, you know, speaking about enemy variety, we've heard some things about the factions and how they work as opposed to older Saints Row games like Saints Row 3. They're really tapping into, at least according to Game Informer, what they have actually played, that the enemy variety is on point, and when you face off against faction from faction, it truly, genuinely feels like different combat scenarios. So that's good news. I hope that's the case, of course. We shall see. Now, I want more information about how the wanted system works in this game and how cops chase you down and stuff like that. But hopefully we get more info as we get more gameplay and more stuff revealed from Game Informer. So remember, again, Game Informer is doing that month-long special. Please be sure to check them out. I am loving their coverage so far. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Saints Row Reboot, gameplay news, updates, all that stuff. I have you guys covered. And I will see you all next time. Take care.